Hello and welcome everyone to the first week of the Let's Play Spring Fest, as brought to us on the SocksMakePeopleSexy.net forums and hosted by the lovely and talented Zenatoto this time. And in keeping with traditions, we're starting with a Contra game. And this time it's Super C for the Nintendo. And, last time in the Fall Funtacular we started with the original Contra on the Famicom. This time we're starting with Super C here on the just plain old American Nintendo. And another, fantastic game. One I had as a kid, but certainly played far less than the original Contra. I played the original Contra quite a bit when I was a kid. I was pretty terrible at it, but, I played it quite a bit. Super C I played more with my grandfather back in the day, nothing else, and we were both pretty god-awful at it, but it was about the fun back then. And so that's where, mostly what I think of when I think of Super C is just playing with him when I was a kid. Some of the interesting things about Super C here, we already see some differences between here and the original game, like an incline technology. It might be hard to remember, but the original Contra featured no slopes or inclines of any sort. Give me my spread gun. An interesting limitation, theoretical limitation on their technology at the time. The original Contra had nothing like these slopes here. And it's one of those things that you would never think about unless someone's like, hey, those slopes weren't in the original Contra at all. Oh, why? That's why I always die. I don't know why. It's not like it's a hard spot. Alright, first boss. Nice helicopter boss here. Gotta take out the 4 main cannons, which is pretty easy to do if you just chill out underneath them and aim straight up and shoot. Whee! At least that went better than my last test run. And on to stage 2. Now, this is the first overhead area of the game, and I guess this is as good a time as any as to make a confession in that I do not like these overhead areas in any of the Contra games. The side-scrolling levels, they're just so well made, and they feel so tight and precise, and they control so well. And then I feel these overhead sections just completely lose that. I mean, one thing is you can't jump at all, so dodging things becomes far more difficult. And the reason I kept my flame gun here over the spreader is because it destroys these tanks. But I feel the game loses a lot of its finesse in these overhead stages, which is very unfortunate. But I mean, that's maybe it's just me being old and senile again. But oh, come now, stupid red guys! And again, if I was able to jump, I probably would have been able to get out of that. I'm gonna pass on the laser again. A lot of people hating on the laser. I'm not one of them, but in this stage where precision shots are your only form of defense, really, since you can't jump and your controls aren't as responsive, I gotta take the best weapon I can. And that, in this situation, that is not the laser. Oh, a bridge. I always get nervous on bridges, especially in Contra games. Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah, I haven't played past this part in years, so this is all not new, but incredibly unfamiliar. Like, I vaguely remember this boss. Main source of concern on this one is getting caught by the that electrical McJiggy up front. As you can see, he kind of walks down and extends it. I mean, that's pretty much your main source of competition. The guys that actually fire are pretty easy to dodge, which kind of goes against what I've been saying this entire level, in that shots are harder to dodge in this perspective. But here we have a level very reminiscent of the original level in the first Contra. Yeah, that was a good idea. I'm sitting there laying down right into the bullets that are shooting at me. That was a great idea. That shot always gets me. For that, for as little as I remember about this game at this point, I remember that. These snipers always get me. The game definitely knows where to put snipers, I'll tell you that. Whoa. Definitely landed on that bullet there. I forgot how much more responsive the controls in this version of the game were in comparison to the original Contra. Which again, had good controls, but my god, these controls are just so... Oh god, I hate this thing. These controls are just so tight. Oh! Oh! That was totally my fault. I didn't even realize there was still some in the air when I killed him. Sorry, we get to start over with a fresh stock. I'm good. I'm fine with that. Watch out for that sniper. At least now I know he's coming. I don't know. Now that I'm sitting here playing it all over again for the first time in years, I don't know if I would actually say that this game is harder than the original Contra, but I would certainly say, if it even makes sense, it requires more attention on the part of the player. I mean, they're just as deadly, but like these snipers are a good example. I mean, their bullets will kill you just as good as anything else, but if you're paying attention to them, they're no big deal. Whee! Alright. Far less failure that time, just the way I like it. What's that? A laser, no thanks. Actually, let's do it. See, this is what happens if you just if you keep hitting the button, because you can only have one laser on screen, and so I kind of want to give my thumb a break. So, okay, if you just tap the button, you get one of those. It's very powerful, but once you hit fire again, it'll, take the first laser off the screen. Now I'm fighting my tendency to spam buttons, and as long as you're underwater, you are invincible. But then you can get yourself into weird situations like this, where timing to get yourself out of it is a bit tricky. And a bit fail-tastic, as you can see. Because the snipers here, just like you, they can hide out behind cover, at which point you can't hit them either, so it's kind of a trade-off. Are there any water treading areas in the first Contra? Now that I'm thinking about it, I mean there was a little bit in the first stage, but I think we definitely have a lot more water treading here, more exposure to things other than just walking forward on a straight surface, on a flat surface. Yeah. I wish I could somersault in multiple directions in midair. I don't remember this thing at all. I'm gonna shoot it and see what happens. Alright, it shoots back. I wonder if I can kill it just by standing on it. Oh, it can kill me apparently. Alright then, well let's continue. Alright, so spider tank, don't stand on it. I don't think I was damaging it. I didn't hear the little ting 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 sound things make when you damage them. Alright, definitely thought I wasn't gonna make that jump. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever beaten this game without cheating. I think the only time I beat this game, I used the 30 lives code. So, that kind of crushes my morale all of a sudden. Of course, that was way back when I was a kid and I was terrible, but, One thing I just noticed, the trees aren't moving! The stupid Famicom version of Contra has spoiled me. I'm used to my fancy trees blowing in the wind. Well, it got me killed. No. Alright, I guess the game made the decision for me. I still like the laser, but precision is... Come on. Not its strong suit. Like, I want to know what these soldiers are thinking as they're jumping, you know, as they keep, you know, these group of guys keep jumping in, and, you know, like, these guys just watched me kill, like, 100 of their friends without breaking a sweat. I mean, what the hell is going through their mind? They're like, oh, yeah, I can take him. I mean, yeah, my 100 buddies all failed and didn't touch him, but yeah. Pretty sure I'd just turn around and go home. The one random guy. Yep, can only be hit on the bottom part there. Alright, that's good to know. Come on. Alright, this seems like a slow method, but a method. Alright, that wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it would be. Oh god, what's happening? Oh gee, what's going on? What's going on? Where am I? Oh god, what's happening? That's death. Well, that wasn't very fair at all. Aww. Well, I guess that's gonna do it. Let's see, I could... Nah, I think we'll call that. I'm obviously not gonna catch back up to where I was, and it wasn't too bad for not having really played the game in forever. Okay, then I guess that's gonna do it for the first video, even though it is coming in just a tad shy. Sorry about that, but obviously there's no way I can make it back to where I was, so... I guess that's going to do it. So thanks everyone for checking out week 1. I will see you in week 2, whatever that is. I'll see you then.